Let's discuss DAS construction milestones. Number one is installation of antennas. Starting with installing antennas is a good practice. This will be a visual guide for the installers. They will know where to terminate their cable. Number two is fiber installation. Fiber installation will take place between DAS hidden room to all the IDF rooms where the remotes will be installed. For all fiber DAS, installers will have to pull additional fiber and power cable to the access points out on the floor. Refer to chapter on DAS 3.0 for more information. Number three, testing of fiber includes OTDR testing and optical loss testing. Verification means making sure they will all pass optical budget and back reflection requirement of DAS manufacturer. Number four is installation of coaxial cable, which will usually run from the remotes in IDF room to the antennas. This is where having the antennas pre-installed helps the installer visually. Note that this and the next steps may not be necessary for DAS 3.0 or the all fiber solution. Number 5 and 6 are sweep test and PIM tests, which are required for coaxial cable. Once the cable is complete, including termination and connectorization, these cable tests will begin. Again, cable tests include sweep, and PIM testing. Make sure that you sweep first and then do the PIM test. And make sure both of the tests pass. And troubleshoot if they don't. Number 7 is placing or installing all the electronics. If we have electronics at the beginning of the project, this step can be done earlier. These electronics will be in the IDF closets or telco rooms. And I'm talking about remote electronics. However, if you're using all fiber DAS or DAS 3.0, these will be right next to the antennas. This will be a good time to install all the hidden electronics. And that brings us to number 8. If you have a multi-building campus you are working on, it's not unusual to have what we call remote hidden electronics in each building. Make sure installers are using rack diagrams to install hidden electronics. Number 9, we are making all the interconnections. This is basically installation of jumpers between the remote electronics and coax line coming from antennas, or for all fiber DAS, this will be the jumpers between the remote access points and antennas. You'll also have to connect fiber jumpers between the remote electronics and the fiber coming from the hidden electronics. On the head ends, you'll have to connect all fiber jumpers from fiber housing to the hidden electronics. Number 10 is usually not a step, but wanted to mention that separately because of its significance. Usually, the installers will label the cable, antennas, and electronics as they install them. As a project manager, make sure to spot test that labeling is taking place and they are correct. It's a good practice to label the hidden electronics so that it will make sense when you go back to the head ends a few months later. Labeling schemes should be included in the design or construction ready documents.